Riding the River, Stonecroft Saga, Book 7, by B.N. Rundell, narrated by Scott Miller. Chapter 1. Reflection. The broad-shouldered young man leaned back against the pair of parfleshes he had stacked behind him. It was Gabriel Stonecroft's first experience of handling a sturgeon-nosed canoe, and he had successfully navigated the canyon through the foothills of the Madison Range and the Absarica Range in the northern reaches of what was called New Spain, or Spanish Louisiana. Although all alone, save the big black wolf that snoozed in the prow of the canoe, he was full of memories of the past 4, almost 5 years. On the river for most of a day, his journey began at the confluence of the 3 forks that fed the beginning of the Missouri River. He came from a land little known to white men, which had only been seen by a few traders from the Hudson Bay and the Northwest Companies, and, of course, Gabe and his lifelong friend Ezra Blackwell. Young men that were determined to discover and explore the uncharted wilderness of the West. The granite-tipped peaks of the Absarica Range were fading behind him. The rolling foothills and plains stretched out before him with some taller timber-topped ridges off his right shoulder. The river pushed into a wide, verdant valley, tall grasses waving in the breeze, with a small herd of buffalo grazing and ignoring the passing man in the canoe. Gabe shook his head, looked at Wolf, who was now standing and watching the woolly beast in the distance. "Now, don't go getting your hopes up, Wolf. We ain't stopping for no buffalo steaks. Besides, we couldn't fit all the meat of one of them in this canoe." The big black wolf, tongue lolling and eyes alert, craned around to look at his friend, as if to say, I know, but a guy can hope, can't he?" It was the usual communication between a man and his animal friend. Gabe had the same closeness with his black Andalusian stallion that was now in the herd with the Shoshone, but tended to by his friend Ezra, also known as Black Buffalo. This was the first time Gabe had been apart from his friend since they were youngsters running through the woods of Pennsylvania and pretending to be fighters for the Revolution. It was also the first time he had been separated from his horse, his friend for almost 6 years. But after losing his Shoshone wife, Pale Otter, when she was stolen and murdered by a renegade Bannock war leader, Gabe had chosen to make a journey back to civilization and take care of some business of his father's estate. It would be a lonesome...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?